Welcome back to ICT Trading Concept. Oh man, I'm very happy today. First of all, I want to thank you all for helping me achieve my 1K subscribers goal, man. The feelings, it's fantastic. And my next goal is to get 5K subscribers, and I believe that with your help, and I can reach that sooner than later. Thanks again from the bottom of my heart, guys. I appreciate it. I insist it. Okay, that's all for the happiness. Coming to the point of today's video. Today I'm going to give you guys a step-by-step weekly market analysis technique that actually I use for myself. Let's start. Here is the dollar index and this is the monthly chart. Uh, you know, from the monthly chart it's scary. But trust me guys, you have to do one time, at least one time at the first of the month so that you can know actual market direction, and it is very clear. If you see the market, the dollar index market, I have already marked the level. Here is the monthly gap, lower gap, and this is the monthly higher fair value gap. Currently last month there was a bull candle. Still my thinking was it will go to this gap, at least the consequent encroachment of the monthly fair value gap, at least it will reach over there. Then it will break down and go to this sell side. It's relative equal low. The sell side resides over here. So it will take maybe 1 2 3 4 5 years. I don't know, but this month I am thinking that it will reach over here. The direction of this month is bull. You see, market just cleared all of this liquidity from here, closed the monthly fair value gap, and it started to go higher, the higher prices. That's all for monthly chart. Let's go to the weekly chart. Okay, so in the weekly chart the same thing, the equal low, it has cleared the sell side, then the bull run. The last week I was thinking that it will clear this high, but it didn't. It actually traded lower, retest this gap. I'll show you. If you watch my last week uh, weekly analysis, then you will know what I actually mean to say over here. This is the weekly fair value gap, so it has reached the weekly fair value gap again, and then boom. So currently I'm thinking that it will go at least over here, or you can see the middle of the week. And if if it a boom, then it will at least go to this level. You see the relative equal high, this is also the buy side liquidity, but this is the lower part of the monthly fair value gap. So let's see what happens, but I actually thinking that it will go higher this week as well, although there is so many bull candle, but before clearing this high I think it will be bull as well. Let's go to the daily chart. So here is the daily chart. This is the last week. Price went from here to this gap, the weekly fair value gap, and it also, although it didn't touch the daily fair value gap high, but it has cleared the lower low of this swing low, actually the liquidity from this swing low, and then the bull run. It has break the weekly fair value gap, retest the weekly fair value gap, and at last stopped to the daily order block. You see the daily, this is the daily order block. Market actually previously it supported the price to sell lower, then it come over here, and I was pretty much sure that the last week price won't stop over here, it will break the high, but actually the first 3 days it went lower, and last 2 days the bull run. If market would like to go lower, and it doesn't want to, my whole concept is wrong, then it will break this low. You see, from here and the daily water block, it will retest the water block, then break lower, this low, this relative this low, it will break over there, then market displacement, and it will start to go lower again. But I'm still thinking that market will go higher, clear this buy side liquidity. You see this buy side liquidity, also the last week buy side liquidity, then it will stop over here. Okay, that's all for the daily chart. Let's go to the hourly chart. If you have watched the Friday daily bias video, I told you that guys, market will come to this fair value gap, and then it will go toward this fair value gap. And market actually did the same thing I marked before the session started, and it has stopped to the daily fair value gap level. You see the level. I will actually bring it closer so that you can see. It has just stopped over here. So my thinking is, Monday is the off day. The USD, there is the bank holiday, so we don't have the trade in Monday. And Tuesday there is no, the highlighted news or red news. So I think Monday and Tuesday it will be consolidate or something like that. No big movement or something. But at Wednesday it will make the setup before the Wednesday, and at Wednesday it will go higher and clear this buy side, and if it has the energy, then it will go to this level, the daily fair value gap. I'll show you again what you see, the daily volume imbalance. Actually, I'm sorry, this is the daily volume imbalance. So I think this week market will go or reach at least to this point. So and firstly the 15-minute chart. Yeah, this, you see this gap, 15-minute fair value gap, it is also reside to the hourly fair value gap, consequent encroachment. So I'm pretty much sure that market will just clear this sell side and come to this consequent encroachment, then it will go start to go higher. So that's all for dollar index. Let's go to the E-mini 2023. So I will start the chart analysis from the monthly chart. It is easier for me to analysis from the monthly chart. If you guys do this analysis once a month, then you will be pretty much sure why market is going there, or what is the reason for taking short, or what will be the reason for taking buy. You see, market actually go higher, come to the monthly fair value gap consequent encroachment, although it didn't totally exactly touch the consequent encroachment of the monthly fair value gap, but it actually traded the monthly fair value gap, then go higher and stop over here. This is the last month trading. uh, no significant run last month. See, this is the run actually. Still, I'm thinking that market will go lower, at least the consequent encroachment of this week, middle of this week, somewhere here, or the upper portion of the monthly fair value gap high, the blue line actually. So market at least stayed over there this month. This is my target. It will go lower, as dollar index I'm expecting the higher price. Obviously in years I'm expecting the lower price. So the main target is the consequent encroachment of this week, and if it is very heavy, then it will maybe go to the monthly fair value gap high. Let's go to the weekly chart. In weekly chart you can see this is the weekly fair value gap. So market last month it came to the consequent encroachment, not totally, but it just towards over there, then it started to go higher and it stopped to the weekly fair value gap. Also there is a little gap, it tapped over there. If you, when I will go to the daily chart, you will see this one is very clear. You see the high, it has just cleared the buy side from there and tapped to the weekly fair value gap. Obviously this weekly high fair value gap, it has respected that gap as well. So my thinking is this week it will go or break lower, at least yeah, okay, at least to the monthly fair value. You see the consequent encroachment of this week, at least to this level, somewhere here, or if it's very heavy, then to the upper portion of the monthly fair value gap. We'll see how did it trade. Mm, But if I'm wrong, then what can happen is this week it will start and break the high. Also the fair value gap, it won't respect this fair value gap, it will just break the fair value gap, and this fair value gap will use as a support and price will go higher. uh, at last it will clear this buy side liquidity, but that is low probability for me. Actually, I'm thinking it won't happen before a dollar index reach his destination, the consequent encroachment of the monthly fair value gap. So right now I'm thinking that market won't break this weekly high fair value gap, or this gap, it won't break that. It will just go lower this week. Let's go to the daily chart. So a daily chart, you see market actually took the buy side liquidity from here. Okay, you see it has just took the buy side liquidity over here. See the bodies, guys. It's very important to see the bodies, is because we actually do the damage, and the bodies, they told you the real story. So the bodies actually respected this weekly I fair value gap. It didn't break the I fair value gap, and you see the bodies is closed just under the weekly I fair value gap high, and it has already cleared the buy side liquidity. Now start breaking lower, so it will go maybe to this daily fair value gap, at least to this daily fair value gap, and if it is very heavy, then it will break the daily fair value gap, make it resistance, and send the price lower, at least until this high. This is the monthly fair value gap high, or eventually this low. There is also some place, you see the gap. This is the daily uh, volume imbalance. There is a volume imbalance in weekly chart. I'll show you that. This is the volume imbalance, and this is the weekly fair value gap. So price can reach over here and totally closed the monthly fair value gap. It can happen, but it's long term, thinking. Right now I'm thinking that it will go at least to this fair value gap, the daily fair value gap, uh, maybe at Wednesday, because Monday and Tuesday is the holiday. Monday is the holiday, bank holiday, and Tuesday there is no significant news. So I think at Wednesday it will go lower. Okay, let's go to the hourly chart. In hourly chart, you can see uh, the 22 YT model. It's very classical. You see, it has cleared this buy side liquidity. If you mark this as a buy side liquidity, it has cleared the liquidity. Then I got the market structure shift over here. This is the market structure shift, and this gap, you see exactly this gap. This gap used as a fair value gap. You can see the hourly I fair value gap, market breakdown, respect this hourly fair value gap, and then it breaks lower. So I'm thinking this is the 22 YT model, and market will just go and clear this sell side liquidity, also this sell side liquidity, and eventually it will maybe go here somewhere, or here. This is also the gap. It depends. We have the PMI news at Friday. I so far I remember it, there is a PMI Friday or Thursday. I don't remember exactly, but using that news, it will actually fill this gap or this gap. We'll see later. I will upload the daily wise video as well. I'll try to upload every day. Mm, okay, that's all. And tomorrow is the Sunday opening. It is also very important. If the Sunday opening, if I see that it has opened lower somewhere here, and if it used the opening gap as a resistance, then I'll be confident that market will go lower. Or it depends on the Sunday opening. If it go is open higher and then traded the full gap, use that as a I fair value gap, or I use a inversion opening gap, that will also make me confident about my bias. Okay, so I think that's enough for today, because okay, there is a gap. You see this gap in 15-minute chart. This gap, this is the 15-minute gap. Let me mark it. 15-minute. Just a second. So this is the 15-minute gap. Although there is a tap, you see this candle. This candle actually traded the 15-minute gap. but it can happen that it will just go up little bit up to the consequent encroachment or fully close the gap. It will take the buy side liquidity and then break lower. It can happen as well. Nothing is certain before the Sunday opening. Nobody can actually guess where it will open at Sunday. So after Sunday opening, I will see what market did. But right now I'm thinking that this week will be bearish as well. So that's all guys. I think it will help you to do the analysis, how to do top down analysis. I'm pretty much sure you guys are very well, and you know better than me, but this is how I do my select daily bias. This is the weekly bias actually, and every day I'll try to describe about the daily bias. So until then, cheers guys, thank you for watching, see you guys.